Ladies and gentlemen, Black Ops 6 Season 1 has finally dropped with new weapons, new maps, and of course the integration into Call of Duty Warzone. So in this video, I'm gonna hook y'all up with the updated top 5 meta loadouts that you have to use in Black Ops 6. As always, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Black Ops 6 content. And if you want to see any gameplays live before they hit YouTube, remember to follow my Twitch, link is gonna be in the description. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the class setups. All right, starting off with our first meta weapon, we have the XM4, which if you guys didn't know, actually got a buff in the Season 1 update. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I was absolutely surprised to see this weapon get a buff. Now, was it the best AR in the game? I wouldn't say so. I'd probably give it to the Model L before the Season 1 update came out. But the thing that makes the XM4, it's always been that easy to use, high fire rate, high damage weapon that almost anybody can go crazy with throughout all the Call of Duties. So the fact that they gave it a damage buff, like, this is by far a guaranteed top 2 AR in Black Ops 6. So going to the class setup, these are the attachments I've been using: the ASU Spot Reflex, Compensator, Reinforced Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, Extended Mag 1, Ergonomic Grip, Balanced Stock, as well as Recoil Springs. Now, I know a lot of people in the game are probably going to want to use Perk Greed, myself included, probably when Ranked Play comes out. So I'd probably take off Extended Mag 1, Balanced Stock, and Recoil Springs. I'd probably rock these 5 attachments if I was just using Perk Greed in the game. But yeah, this class setup has been super fun to use. You probably died to it a couple times, you know, in public matches or whatever. But yeah, man, I mean, after this weapon buff, I just don't know how this isn't a top 2 AR in the game, especially for Black Ops 6. I mean, even going to the firing range, I mean, I could just show you how good it is to use this gun. It absolutely shreds at a lot of different distances, so you're gonna want to use this gun, believe me. Moving on to our second meta weapon, we actually have the KSV. I kid you not, day 1 of the Season 1 update, died of the KSV, died of the KSV, died of the KSV. Listen, this gun, it's really fun and easy to use. And I think what separates this SMG from all the other ones in the game, I don't know, man. I think it's just, it feels rewarding to use. I feel like this SMG, especially at medium ranges, is a little bit better than some of the other SMGs. I think the only one that could compete at medium ranges is maybe the PP919. But like, I don't know, man, this gun feels super rewarding to use, and a lot of people just see that it absolutely shreds. So I've been dying to it a lot, obviously, whatever. So this is actually the class setup that I like using for my public matches, and that's going to be Compensator, Reinforced Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, Extended Mag 1, as well as the Balanced Stock. I like using Perk Greed on my submachine gun class setups, things like that. Again, man, it's just so fun to use. And I think another thing about the KSV is that you kind of get it relatively late, so sometimes not a lot of people have it. But I definitely think for medium ranges, I wouldn't be surprised if this comes into the Warzone meta. I know some pro players, especially for like the Call of Duty League, they were thinking about the KSV being put in, but that obviously went to another SMG, which is definitely going to be on this list. Moving on to our third meta weapon, that's actually going to be the AMES 85. Now, going back again to the Call of Duty League and the pro players, this is by far the #1 assault rifle that you're actually going to want to be using in ranked play when it does come out next week. And in the Season 1 update, it actually got a buff as well. So going to the class setup, this is the stuff I've been using for public matches: ASU Spot Reflex, Compensator, Reinforced Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, Extended Mag 1, Ergonomic Grip, Balanced Stock, Recoil Spring. Basically the same attachments, I'm not even going to lie to you. But again, I think another thing that separates this AR and why it's like the #1 AR for pro players, I'm not even going to shoot at any of these other targets. I'm going to go for the one all the way at the top, or all the way at the bottom. Absolutely no recoil. This gun has no recoil, super fast fire rate, and it got a damage buff. I'm going to be honest, this is going to be, in my opinion, if the Model L doesn't get fixed, because I do think it got bugged in the Season 1 update, this in my opinion is the #1 AR in the game. By far, it's not even a close, especially with the damage buff. And if the Model L was supposed to get nerfed, or they may not fix the bug, whatever, this is by far the #1 AR. Every pro player uses it. You're going to be seen with it, or somebody's going to be using it in your lobbies because they're practicing for ranked. So I definitely think this is a class setup that is going to be essential over these next couple weeks. I guarantee it. Moving on to our fourth meta weapon, we actually have the Jackal PDW. Now, this is probably going to be the #1 SMG for ranked play. So you're going to be seeing a lot of people using it in your public matches. This is the class setup that I actually use for public matches, which is the Reinforced Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, Extended Mag 1, Ergonomic Grip, as well as a Balanced Stock. Now, I know for a lot of people, especially in a 4v4 setting like ranked play, they'll probably take off the extended mag. They may add a muzzle, they may add a fire mod. But again, for 6v6 multiplayer, I just like having probably the first extended mag on, just because I don't want to lose a lot of mobility. So I think 40 bullets is enough for this gun. So I usually like to just rock the extended mag one for, like, again, 6v6, things like that. But I know some people also like to use the gain twist barrel, you know, for bullet velocity, especially with the SMG. Having your bullets travel faster when it already has a high fire rate is pretty essential. I know some people like to use precision foregrip. That's also been a popular option. I think with the Jackal, you have a little bit more options of how you want to utilize it, because again, you can either build it to where it's like the best class setup, or you can build it to where it's the fastest SMG, or it's like the more powerful SMG, things like that. So I think with the submachine guns, you definitely have a bit more options, but this is the class setup that I've been using for public matches. Now moving on to our 5th meta class setup. Some people may agree, some people may not agree. A SMG that can kill you in 3 bullets has to be in the meta. When you hit your bullets, delete it. Anybody that uses this gun and can hit their shots, they're deleting people left and right. All right, so this is the class setup that I've been using: the compensator, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, extended mag 1, as well as the ergonomic grip. I don't know why. I think if there was an SMG that you want to use gunfighter on, to where you have like 8 attachments, it has to be this weapon. This with rapid fire, I don't even want to think about it. But listen, this gun is insane to use. The fact that, again, you can 3 bullet somebody without a headshot with this weapon. Granted, it does have the slower fire rate, and yeah, you do have to hit your shots, but if you are a good player and you can hit your shots, you're deleting people. You're deleting people, bar none, not even a question. So those were the top 5 meta weapons that I believe are going to be for season 1 in Black Ops 6. But I actually do have a couple of secret meta categories down here that I also wanted to share with you guys. Number 1 being the AEK 973. Now this actually got a nerf in the season 1 update, but I'm being completely honest. Before the season 1 update, this was the best gun in the game, not even a question. Before the season 1 update, this was the best gun in the game. And the only thing that they nerfed with this weapon is a lot of the mobility things. As long as you are not playing with this weapon like it's a assault rifle, like it's a sub, and you're holding irons, this is still the best gun in the game. I think, again, it's just the mobility. You know, if they decide to nerf it again, sure, but the matter of the fact is that you can still one burst a single individual as long as you're not playing it like that. Like, what are we talking about? But yeah, going back to the class setup, I actually use gunfighter on this class setup, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But we actually have the Kevlar, microflex, ported compensator, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, extended mag 1, ergonomic grip, balance stock, as well as rapid fire. Now, the reason some of these attachments look different from the assault rifles, I'll actually explain real quick. First off, the ported compensator. The reason a lot of people use compensator over the ported compensator only really helps you for like the first 2 bullets, you know, because it's your first shot recoil control. After that, you actually ended up getting less vertical recoil control throughout the duration of your magazine in that gun. But the reason a lot of people like to use ported compensator for the AEK is because you already have the potential to one burst somebody. The first shot recoil control is really important for this gun, because if you one burst, you can sort of not shoot again, and then it has the full reset, which means you're gonna have that first shot recoil control again and again and again, because you're constantly just only one bursting people and not using your entire mag. Another change that I also made is the rapid fire. I know for a lot of the fire mods, people might use recoil springs or overpressured. The reason this gun is so good is because when you add the additional fire rate, you're just shooting. It just keeps going over and over and over and over. So in my opinion, as long as you don't play like an SMG player or playing super fast, and you actually play relatively smart with this gun, this is still the best gun in the game, in my opinion. I think obviously the mobility hurts it, and I think it's gonna get another nerf, but like damage wise, bullet wise, like whatever, like this is still, in my opinion, like just from people, if you know how to use the gun and you're not just running around with it, this is the best gun in the game. Another secret meta I actually have on this list is going to be the C9. Obviously, everybody loves that MP5 feeling, that MP5 sort of gun in every single Call of Duty, and that's by far the C9. So for the attachments, I have compensator, reinforced barrel, vertical foregrip, ergonomic grip, as well as no stock. Now, I think the reason why I was rocking no magazine for this weapon is mainly because I was actually using this on stakeout. So with stakeout, I mean, it's a lot more close quarter combats. You probably do want an extended mag, but I don't know, man. I think the way of having no stock on the C9, it just still shoots really, really straight no matter what distance it's at, especially if it's close range. Medium range, I don't think it could really compete that well, but I mean, for close quarters combat, this gun is still really, really fun to use. And finally, for our last secret meta, I mean, I don't think this gun really needs an introduction. We have the AS Val. Again, just a naturally suppressed assault rifle that is fast enough to be a sub. This was going to be in the meta no matter what. I think the AS Val, everybody just likes using it because, again, it's always going to be suppressed. It's an AR, but it's basically, you have the same movement as a sub player. So I think a lot of people just like utilizing it. I actually use Gunfighter on this gun as well. So I actually have the reinforced suppressed barrel, the vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, ergonomic grip, balanced stock, as well as recoil springs. For me, I play on keyboard and mouse. I feel like the recoil pattern was a little weird to get used to. I've gotten used to it now, but I think recoil springs is definitely something you want to maybe have on the AS Val, because the recoil pattern, it's a little odd. I think it sort of goes in like, not like a S shape. I don't really know how to describe it, but I actually have utilized recoil springs on this, and I think it's helped out a lot. And also, you just blow through your mags like that on this weapon. So I actually have extended mag 2 because extended mag 1 only gives you 30 bullets. So I think for other SMGs in the game, the extended mag 1 actually gets you 40, but for the Val, it gives you 30. So I actually have extended mag 2 to help me get to those 40 bullets as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody needs introduction to the AS Val. Everybody's been using it for a while, especially in those Verdansk Warzone days. Again, if you liked any of this content in the video, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You know, all this stuff I'm supposed to tell you for the algorithm. Make sure you use these meta loadouts immediately before they get nerfed, and comment down below what you want me to use next.